Hello and welcome to the 80sist, the podcast that uses your votes to determine the most totally 80s thing. Since Siskel and Ebert gave thumbs up and thumbs down to movies back in the 1980s. In Cleveland, Ohio, I'm 80s film aficionado, Keith Marsteller.
And in Seattle, Washington, I'm Joe Walk, a connoisseur of fine 80s cinema.
And this season, we're
at the movies!
Hey, Joe, welcome to summer,
Keith.
man.
Yay, it's summer!
For you, it's been summer
Jesus.
for some of us for a while.
This is true. And then for teachers in the Seattle region, it's now.
Congratulations. Is today your
Thank
first
you.
full day of summer?
Today was the first full day of summer, yes. And I wish I could say I was lying down and sleeping all day, but I was not.
So you did not get to waste your first day off.
I did not. I've been. We have stuff coming up for this show that I'm doing.
Right.
We have
show.
Tomorrow. We're going to be at a farmer's market in Edmonds, and we're going to have a little booth. And so I spent the day kind of getting ready for that.
Now, farmers markets are notorious for being. You have to get up really early for that shit.
I mean, we're not getting up farmer early, but we have to be there by 8:15.
All right. That's not farmer early. I'll give you that.
No. And for me, that's, on a normal day, I've already been up for a few hours by then, so all good.
All right. Well, I want to thank you. Joe and I are recording this not on our usual Sunday night. We're doing this on a Friday night. We're going to let you behind the curtain here.
It's all trippy and time warpy, man.
Yeah, I have some guests coming this weekend, and in our little vacation house, it's small enough that my doing a podcast in the middle of the night might wake everybody up. So
I mean, couldn't you go in a boat on the lake and
record
there?
from there? That's possible. I have to look into that. I need a boat first, but
all right.
So if something monumental happens in the world on Saturday or Sunday, and this comes out on Monday, and we haven't mentioned it here,
right.
That's why. I'm
going to go ahead and cross my fingers that one particular monumental thing happens.
If that thing happens, we will fucking record all night in the middle of the night and wake everybody up, and no one will care.
That's it. No one will be sleeping because everyone's going to be up drinking champagne.
We'll all be partying. That's right.
That's right.
Oh, my goodness. Well, Joe, tell them what we got for them this week.
Oh, Keith, we're in for a real treat this week because we are moving on to our third region, and the region is called the Red Dawn region.
Oh,
and
hell
it's called
yeah.
the Red Dawn region because the number one seed in this region is Red Dawn.
Yes, there it is.
I was giving a real dramatic pause, man. I was going to really elongate that pause.
I thought we froze.
Sorry, man. No, that was just me being dramatic. So this week we have our number one seed, Red Dawn, going up against our 16 seed, The Last American Virgin.
Oh my God. What a matchup we've got here.
Yeah.
There's a lot to unpack with both of these films.
This is true.
Neither of these is a very typical 80s movie, so we'll have to... Well, we're going to sort through it all, but we'll start with the box office report.
We're not just doing this for money. We're doing it for a shitload of money.
So our number one seed, Red Dawn, was released on August 10th, 1984. It was directed by John Milius, the same guy that directed Conan the Barbarian.
Hell yes.
There you go. It was the number 20 ranked film in 1984. So, it was made on a $17 million budget. It grossed $38.4 million. And after marketing and everything, it roughly broke even.
That's a lot of marketing. That's why I put that in there, because I'm like, $20 million in marketing?
I mean,
to break even? Anyway.
You had to hire orphans to stand on the street corners and go, see Red Dawn in the theaters. Hey, mister, can you see Red Dawn? It did not receive any Oscar or Golden Globe nominations, no Razzie nominations, but it does have an important distinction here. This was the first film ever released with a PG-13 rating.
Oh, man, I'm going to give you a point for that shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you think that you know of a movie from before then with a PG-13, you're just wrong. The designation didn't exist until this film started it. And
check yourself.
I read that Spielberg was kind of behind that. Because saying, like, some films, you shouldn't have to choose between PG and R. There should be a middle ground for the younger, middle kind of teenagers that can understand.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah, and here it is. And I think, I mean, I don't generally go to PG-13 movies, but does that still exist, that PG-13?
Yeah.
Okay.
It still exists.
There you go. So it lasted till this day and beyond. Now, meanwhile, 16 Seed, The Last American Virgin, was released on November 5th of 1982 and directed by Boaz Davidson.
Oh, Boaz. I love his work.
Yeah. This, Joe, I'm going to be honest with you. It bombed, okay? It ranked 58th, 5'8", in 1982's box office. Of course,
wow.
We know that from previous shows to be the year dominated by E.T., Poltergeist, right? Movies like that.
Yep.
This was 56 behind those two movies. This was a low-budget production.
Yeah.
And it ended up making almost $6 million in the U.S., so it actually had a small return on that investment.
There you go.
And the awards completely missed this movie for reasons that are obvious that we'll discuss. Although I think it could have made a dent in the Razzies had it been popular enough.
That's right.
I feel like it wasn't even popular enough for the Razzies to notice it.
No one was paying attention to this.
Yeah.
No one.
Okay, Joe, well, I've got two iconic scenes. This first one truly is an iconic scene of sorts. I don't know if you want to try to set this one up a little bit.
So our high school heroes realized that with this Soviet invasion going on, Soviet/Cuban invasion, Nicaraguan also, I don't know, there was, anyway, this invasion, their small town is no longer safe for them, and to stay free, they have to live up in the mountains to survive.
And this is that kind of struggle to accept that kind of in this scene. They're fighting.
You're gonna go so bad here, haul ass, take your shit. That goes for the rest of you. This is your chance, get walking.
It's World War III down there. People are being killed. Those could be Russians.
Jed, what about your family? Huh?
I don't know. But I'm alive. And I'm staying here. My family would want me to stay alive. Your family would want you to stay alive. When you think you're so smart, man, but you're just a bunch of scared kids. What do you think you are? Alone, I guess. No, you're not. Hey, bud. What do you say?
Yeah. Charlie Sheen, somehow cast as Patrick Swayze's brother, is like, no, I'm not going to leave you here, man.
That's right.
Very moving moment. Now,
oh, it was so touching.
Now, Joe, the iconic scene that I have from Last American Virgin is iconic because it's the type of scene I've literally never seen in a film before this week.
Thank God.
I don't even know if I should set it up or if I should just play it?
Just let it play out.
All right, we'll let it play. Here we go.
Okay.
Looks like we got ourselves a peeping Tom, guys.
I wasn't peeping. I was just looking at the board.
Victor's got himself a hard on. What are you hiding, Victor?
It's none of your business. Buzz off, blimp.
Okay, come on, guys. Let's lay off. I mean, it's too small to see anyway, right?
Right? Oh, yeah? So I just bet you guys wish you had what I have.
Bullshit, Victor.
Put your money where your mouth is.
Money, now he's talking. All right, listen up, guys. Everybody put in a buck. And the man who's got the biggest tool, he's the one who wins the pool.
Now whip it into shape. Shape it
There's
up.
some dick measuring going
Get
on
straight.
in this segment.
Go forward.
3.5.
Move ahead.
3.5.
To detect it. It's not too late to whip it into shape. Shape it up. Get
A
straight.
montage of Johnson
Go
Fisher,
forward.
if you will.
Move ahead.
Holy shit.
To detect it.
It's alive.
It's not too late to whip it. Whip it good.
That's 9 inches. 9? Who are you trying to cheat? It's 9.5. Measure it again.
We're not including your balls, Victor.
Neither am I. Look, it's mine. I should know what it is.
Okay, you want to give me the extra 9.5 for Victor?
All right, so there's so much to say about that scene, Joe.
Penis measuring contest, like we all did.
That's
Right?
It's
All of us?
iconic. I guess we'll save our full discussion of that for later.
Okay.
But I will mention right now that the actor who played Victor is a convicted sex offender now. So, all right. Anyway, let's find out the ratings for these films to see how they managed to sneak into this contest. Here we go.
The 1961 Ferrari 250 GT, California. My father spent 3 years restoring this car. It is his love. It is his passion.
It is his fault he didn't lock the garage.
So, our number 1 seed, Red Dawn, is the number 3 seed overall. Keith, this was your number 2 ranked movie.
It's a big one, and we'll talk about why, but yeah, big one.
Yeah, and Keith, this was my number 1 ranked movie.
Holy shit, dude.
That's right. We've gotten there.
I know we agreed last week on the 13 seed, but this is very important. We're very close to both having it number 1.
That's true.
I only had 16 Candles higher than this film.
Yep.
And so the audience as a whole beneath us seems to have rated it a little bit lower, but
slightly, but
not
still,
not that, but just number 3. So
yeah,
almost everybody in the contest must have put this in their top 10. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's a kind of consensus that we don't often see here. You know,
no.
So that's awesome. Now, on the other side of the coin is the 16 seed, The Last American Virgin, which is our 62nd overall seed. So it just climbed in. Now, Joe, based on some things I'd heard about this movie and having seen small parts of it over the years, I gave this a number 26 ranking.
Right.
And based on, I assume you having never seen it.
That's accurate.
You gave this a 94 ranking. Well outside of the.
Yeah.
So you and I, though, if you took our numbers and added them together and averaged them, it would be about 62.
Okay.
And that's where we are with this. 62. So enough, just enough people thought that this was 80s enough or had seen this or heard of it. I'm excited to read some of the comments. I want to know if Denny saw this in the theater with his mom's boyfriend or not.
Oh, boy.
Stuff like that. So So Last American Virgin is entirely between you and me. It's entirely my fault. Your hands are clean for
That's
this
right.
film. So,
But they feel dirty now that I've watched this movie.
they sure do. And let's talk about whether or not we like these movies.
The first time I didn't feel it, but this time I feel it. And I can't deny the fact that you like me. Right now, you like me.
All right, so let's talk Siskel, let's talk Ebert.
Let's do it.
They split on this one. Gene Siskel gave it a mixed review, moderately positive. He said, like Revenge of the Nerds, the idea for Red Dawn is a fantastic idea for a picture. He praised the score as being restrained. But then he said, it does not maintain its great beginning. It becomes involved in all sorts of macho training exercises and the mind of a Cuban freedom fighter, and whether right-wing totalitarianism is the same as left-wing totalitarianism. And in the end, he was mixed on it. Whereas Roger Ebert was real negative.
Oh, no.
He said, I think this movie is corrupt from beginning to end. He said, it makes a political statement that people should have handguns, and they shouldn't be registered because the commies will come in and get the handguns. And he said it doesn't make its arguments with any kind of logic, so very negative from him.
Yikes.
Yeah.
I didn't realize. I thought for sure we were going to have a couple of thumbs up for this one, no?
I mean, 1.5? Or sorry, half. 0.5. 0.5 thumbs up.
out of 2. That's not great, Joe. Not great. All right, now, so that's what they thought of Red Dawn. Did you see Red Dawn in the 80s, Joe?
Keith, I saw this at your house.
Fuck yes.
I saw this on video at your house.
I wondered if you remember that. That's awesome.
Hell yeah.
Because I've seen this, well, I've seen it multiple times, spoiler.
Right.
All on VHS. I did not see this in the theater either.
Mm-hmm.
And now, from comments you made in our text exchanges today, was that the only time you saw it?
That's it. Have not seen it since.
Now, my recollection of it is that I had seen it and wanted you to see it. Is that
sounds right? I don't think it was your first time seeing it.
Like I had kind of implored you to check out this avant-garde 80s cinema. Do you remember back to that time liking it, disliking it, kind of not caring that much?
I think it was fairly indifferent on it. I mean, I thought, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I back then was like, this is awesome. Like Red Dawn is fucking awesome. And for reasons we'll talk about in the discussion.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was really into the idea of it at the time and running around yelling Wolverines and shit like that.
Right.
And I have seen it not regularly over the years because, when I watched it this week, it had been a while. There were details I had forgotten.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've seen this movie a good 20 times probably in my life, It's one of those,
fairly important to you would say.
I would say this one is kind of important to me for reasons that are hard to explain, but I'll try to in the discussion. Okay. It sounds like not super important to you.
Not terribly, no.
But you did rate it really highly.
And we'll talk about that during the discussion.
Okay, all right. So then that brings us to The Last American Virgin, our 16 seed in this region. What did Siskel and Ebert have to say about this one? I can't wait to find out.
Here's the thing. You're not going to find out because I couldn't find anything. There's no video of them discussing it. I couldn't find a written review from either one of them about this. The only mention I found of it is that when they were talking about a movie called Spring Break, Roger Ebert listed this as among previously released teen sex comedies. That's it. I couldn't find any review from either of them.
It's got to be that it was just too obscure of a film that they didn't even bother to review it.
It seems like the kind of movie that maybe Chicago newspapers would have sent their D-list critics to go see.
Right.
Like both Siskel and Ebert were too important to see this movie.
Because just as a reminder, this was the 58th highest movie in 1982, and so that might be too many down the list to get to. So
right, like maybe Richard Roper saw this in his Cub Reporter days or something.
Did you see this movie back in the 80s?
I did not. I remember. I have a vague recollection of it being on HBO, but I did not watch this. How about you?
I had thought I had watched this, and then I watched it, and I was like, oh shit, I haven't seen this. And somewhere in the middle of the film, there's a scene that I was like, oh, now that's familiar. So I think I flipped through it on TV later, much later.
But you were not compelled to stick around.
Right. And so it turns out, no, I have not seen this one. And until... In its entirety until right now, like a couple days ago. And and like I watched this one 2 weeks ago trying to get out ahead.
Yeah.
But then I realized, well, shit. It's been like 2 weeks since I've seen it. I'm going to forget what to talk. So then I had to kind of skim through it again last night.
I'm so sorry.
And yeah. So neither of us saw it then.
So no importance whatsoever.
No importance at all.
Yeah.
And now, do you like it now that you've seen it?
God, no. Ew.
Yeah, it's awful.
It's awful.
It's in a league, though, where it could have value in making fun of, but that means you have to watch it to make fun of it.
I can't do that again.
But I might shoot somebody a scene of it and say, hey, watch this ending, for instance.
Okay.
Although... you got to earn that ending by watching the whole thing, right?
Oh, boy.
We'll get to it. All right, so I have rewatchability as 0 for this movie.
Yeah, same.
And I have rewatchability as, yeah, sure, for Red Dawn. Like, yeah.
Yeah, for me, no. I'm good.
You're done with Red Dawn.
I am done.
I will continue to check out Red Dawn if it's on television, but I don't see me renting it, or anything.
All right.
In fact, ironically, I watched Red Dawn on a Russian website.
Oh.
Yeah.
I see.
See, some alternate reality where the Russians win. Anyway.
That's right.
All right. Let's get down to the big discussion. We got a lot to say.
I've thought about this quite a bit, sir. I don't want to sell anything, buy anything, or process anything as a career. I don't want to sell anything bought or processed, or buy anything sold or processed, or process anything sold, bought.
Get busy!
So here's the logline we have for Red Dawn. Soviet and Cuban forces invade a small Colorado town. 6 high school students escape to the mountains and wage a guerrilla resistance as the Wolverines.
God, that is such a sexy slug line. All right. This one's not quite as sexy. Last American Virgin. 3 high school friends in Los Angeles spend the year chasing girls and trying to lose their virginity. That sounds like about 20 different movies, honestly.
It really does.
Gary falls in love with Karen, who prefers his more handsome, dickish friend Rick. And hilarity kind of doesn't ensue.
No, it does not.
Oh, shit.
All right, should we start with Red Dawn?
Let's do it. There's a lot to say about it.
Okay.
I'll let you have the first word, because you ranked it number 1.
I did. And I ranked it number 1 based on my distant memory of it.
Yeah.
And went back when we were first conceiving of this, theme was very important.
And I think it still is, even if we don't have it as a pillar, because we can always throw in bonus points for theme, which I did this week.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
All right. So the Cold War paranoia of communists coming and taking over our country, right? And the fantasy of the resistance to that.
Yeah.
It to me was just super, super 80s. Plus what I remembered of the cast as well, which we'll talk about when we get to the
Which
pillars.
we will, yeah.
But
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Oh, so on rewatching this, to me, this movie, if I was going to retitle it, I would call it "Your Abusive Stepfather Was Right: the movie." and it's all in that fucking. And I know it wasn't stepfather; it was their dad. But like that speech that Harry Dean Stanton gives,
yeah,
where he talks, "I was hard on you." Now you know why.
Yes.
Yeah. And that's like they have friends. Charlie Sheen and Patrick Swayze have friends who aren't as tough as them.
Not even close. But they make C. Thomas Howell as tough as them by the end of the thing.
Yeah.
But these other guys remain bitches.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Who don't have the nuts to stand up.
That's right.
Because they weren't trained up by their father,
by their very emotionally unavailable dad.
Right.
Who finally does.
That's why I never hug you for this day.
As though he knew it was coming, right?
Yeah.
For me, Red Dawn hit hard because the movies we were watching were 16 Candles, right?
Yeah.
Shit, like we were watching dumbass Arnold Schwarzenegger movies like Commando. We were watching, you guys were watching E.T., like feel good shit, right?
Right.
And this one is made for us. This movie is people our age, not like deciding whether or not to have sex with a girl they don't find that attractive, like in the other movie. This is people our age all of a sudden not being inane teenagers doing stupid shit. This was us making life and death calls, killing people.
Right.
Like living and dying is not supposed to be on our radar yet.
Yeah.
And this kind of brought that out. I think that's why it has this special sauce kind of feeling in my brain, because this was the first movie like that showed people our age doing that kind of shit. And so that's big.
Siskel and Ebert talked about that. They talked about that, that it was aimed at teenagers the same way that the sex comedies were, but in a different kind of angle. They talked, and Ebert, I think, talked about how he would have liked a movie where teenagers were fighting the Russians not by firing a lot of submachine guns and rocket launchers at them, but by using their prank skills.
Or he wanted to Home Alone the Russians.
I guess in a way, yeah.
Oh,
but I mean, he just felt like this was not terribly realistic in what teenagers would do.
Yeah, and so there's some stuff that happens in this movie, right? Like first, there's this resistance. The kids, some of them don't want to stay in the mountains. I got to get back to my mommy and daddy.
Right.
And then they they fight about that. They decide to stay with Swayze. Eventually, they go back to town. They see their dad in a prison camp.
Mm-hmm.
No one else knows where anyone else's dads are. People are crying. Okay, they go back to the woods and they go to that ranch,
right,
where a dude pulls two girls out of a cellar.
Out of a hiding place beneath the floorboards.
And he's like, I know you guys are out there murdering Cubans and Soviets.
So take my granddaughter.
Take my granddaughters.
Yeah.
They're perfectly safe there on this ranch.
Right. Yeah.
Seemingly.
Yeah. Right.
They've hidden there thus far safely.
Yeah. Been fine.
And anyway, he's like, here, take Jennifer Grey and take
Lea Thompson.
Lea Thompson, who are, both great stars of the 80s or would go on to be.
But they're so indistinguishable here that they had to give Lea Thompson a beret just so you could tell who was who.
Yeah, they don't use them hardly at all.
No.
A couple of dramatic moments, but they don't have a lot of lines. They don't have a lot of influence. They are contributing members to the Wolverines.
Yes. Yeah, Lea Thompson delivers bombs.
Jennifer Grey acts as a decoy in the one scene.
And eats cereal with gusto in another scene.
That's true. And
yeah.
But I was sad. I didn't remember that they were this unused, really.
Well, Keith, they're girls.
They are girls.
My abusive stepfather told me that girls are useless.
And I mean, the only thing they used Lea Thompson for was like kind of having a crush on the 30 or 40 something year old pilot that they come across.
Powers Booth.
Love him. Yeah. And then they used Jennifer Grey for a dramatic, kind of semi-dramatic death scene.
Right.
And,
I mean, semi.
And it's like, well, we didn't really know her. I almost don't care.
Right. I'm gonna take the almost of that
Take
sentence.
it right out of there.
Yeah, I didn't care about any of these people.
Yeah, and so the Wolverines do a pretty good job of being pesky to the forces. But, only a couple of detachments that come out up into the mountains and they murder them.
Right.
If you come through a mountain
they're
pass,
having really no impact on the invasion writ large.
The invasion, as we find out from the pilot, is going just fine.
Yeah.
But these guys are kind of scratching the surface and killing a few people. And anyway, the C. Thomas Howell character.
Yes.
They use him. His character has a lot of screen time as you watch him transition from, kind of a very simpering little mama's boy wearing a Star Wars hat, which is very 80s.
Right.
Into a killing machine, right?
That's right.
With no remorse.
No.
He
once he drank that deer's blood, it was all over.
That's it. He drank the blood out of the heart of a deer.
He was a killer from then on out.
And then he just stone cold walked up and AK-47'd his classmate to death.
Right.
For wearing a wire, essentially.
Right. Or swallowing a tracker.
Swallowing a tracker, yeah.
Yeah.
And so throughout the movie, we lose more and more of the Wolverines. And then we're down to like 3 or 4 of them. And Jed is all used up.
Right.
And they send Lea Thompson and the other guy who I don't know who the fuck he is.
Could not tell you. I honestly, I couldn't tell half these guys apart.
They send him off to escape.
Right.
Somebody's got to get out, and then our heroes go create a diversion and die. And
how are they really I mean, I don't quite get why they needed to do that.
Couldn't they have just left also? They're in the wood. They're in the fucking woods in the mountains.
Right.
So maybe it's because they were all used up. Anyway, that's generally Red Dawn. It was not lighthearted really at all.
No.
And it was very, very dramatic. A lot of overdramatic acting from Patrick Swayze, who does a great job of doing that later on in Point Break and Roadhouse.
But this was some early Swayze overacting.
Anyway.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Now, we'll talk about whether it looked 80s, whether it sounded 80s.
Yeah.
But that kind of story has stuck with me for a long time.
Yeah.
I'm guessing it's stuck with a lot of our listeners for a long time because it's ranked so high. And
ranked real high. Yeah.
And like that scene that really hits home is you're sitting in high school being bored by a teacher.
Yeah.
Albeit a good-natured teacher.
Right.
And probably a very good educator. But you're looking out the window kind of daydreaming and paratroopers start dropping in.
Right.
I guess they decide.
Teacher goes out to talk to them and gets killed.
And gets murdered. And that's how it starts. But it starts in a situation we've all been in. Sitting in class.
The paratroopers?
And watching paratroopers fall down. But, when we got, we're in high school and you'd occasionally think about that. Like, oh, Mr. King is going to bore me to death. Where are my paratroopers?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, most of us would have slept through Mr. King getting shot.
I know a lot of people who would have cheered through that, but, Oh, man. So, let's talk Last American Virgin.
Okay. So, to me, Last American Virgin kind of plays out like a feature-length riff on Jesse's Girl.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
Please
it's just
continue.
gross.
Because it's gross, right?
It's gross. I mean, look, he likes this girl.
Our main character you're talking about, whose name is Gary.
Gary, right.
Yeah.
Gary likes Karen.
Yes.
And Gary
but only because he saw her. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah, he saw her. Doesn't talk to her.
They have no
get to know her.
relationship.
Right, no. He just saw her one day eating ice cream, and he's like, oh, she's a pretty girl.
Yeah.
And so to meet her, he goes to her house and lets the air out of her moped.
Right.
And then waits down the street so he can give her a ride to school.
Waits for her to discover the flat, and then picks her up and is like, oh, hey, do you need a hand?
Yeah.
Maybe I can give you a ride. Creepy,
right?
right?
And which gives us the line, oh, it looks flat. Can that be fixed? Just which is, come on. But anyway, no, it's, I mean, just, it's, and then he watches his friend making out with her, and I mean, Karen and his friend Rick. Is it Rick?
Yeah.
Are a couple. They're a couple.
They become a couple because she and Rick like each other. It's not a one-way, unrequited love. They like each other. Even if it's just lust, they make a choice to pick each other.
Right.
Which is how relationships work. And this guy is sitting over there like a little gimp, like just
like a stalking fucking creep.
Yes, totally.
Yeah.
And he feels like he has some right to her. Like, I saw her first, therefore she is my property.
It doesn't matter how she feels.
Right.
Yeah. And so eventually, I'm going to spoiler here. Rick gets her pregnant and then dumps her, which, okay, he's a creep. But then Gary pays for her abortion.
Yeah.
Which, hey, that's nice to do. And then confesses that he loves her. And I mean, think about that from her point of view, right?
Yeah.
You're this guy who you've considered a friend, who's a friend of your ex, helps you out in a situation like that. And then he's like, I did it because I love you. And I mean, imagine, just how and you're staying in his grandmother's apartment, to recover, and imagine just how you would feel. Oh shit.
Yeah,
now I have to pretend.
Kind of feel something for this guy because I owe him $300 or whatever it was.
Right.
And go ahead.
No. I mean, she's just been through a fucking abortion, and you're laying that shit in there.
That day. Yeah. That's fucked up to do anything but support her. It
is.
The movie, Joe. I have this weird. The outline of the movie is they introduce us to these characters. Gary is this fucking loser, pink pizza delivery guy. Right. He's got two friends in the whole world, and one of them is David, and one of them's Rick. And
one's fat, one's handsome.
One's handsome, one's fat. That's it. It's total stereotype. And this guy is kind of down the middle, like average build, but not super handsome.
No, he's a nerd.
He's a nerd, yeah.
I mean, he's not the nerd. Victor's the nerd, but
Victor's the super nerd and a sex offender in real life.
Right. Oh, boy.
oh, boy. Ah, jeez. Anyway, the film starts off as like, man, we gotta get laid. Okay?
Right.
So it's super inconsequential sex is their goal.
Right.
And they meet some girls at the soda shop. Invite them back for a quote-unquote party. Super creepy. There is no party. They kind of almost falsely imprison them in this house.
Yeah.
And try to force them to dance. And, of course, Rick gets laid in the other room.
Right.
And this other girl wants no part of, again, another woman who wants no part of Gary.
Yeah. And he ignores her, saying, repeatedly, basically saying she didn't want anything to do with him.
Yeah. So that goes on, and there's terrible comedy with the whole, the fat kid, they keep making him end up with no clothes on and running around. Where'd my clothes go? That happens 3 times in the movie.
It does.
But anyway, they try that attempt to get laid.
Yeah.
They then, and I think the other two get laid, and once again, Gary doesn't. Then he delivers pizza to a lady, an older lady, like a cougar.
Right.
Kind of lady, we would call her now. And she wants him, but he runs away.
Right. He has to go, and he's scared as well. But he goes back with his friends.
And they both have sex with her.
Right.
And then his turn comes up.
Her boyfriend comes back.
Yeah.
And they have to run, and the fat kid is once again running out of the house with no clothes on.
Yes.
That's number 2.
Then
Second time
attempt number 3, they just say, fuck it, let's go to an actual sex worker.
Right.
And I think, again, Gary turns down the first turn and Rick goes, takes care of business. And I think our main man, the fat kid David, goes and also takes care of business. But as far as I recall, Gary does not have sex with her.
He does.
Oh, he
or at the very least, he tries. He does, and it doesn't go well.
He like kind of tries, but he can't get it going.
Yeah, and then he goes and vomits, and then the big joke is that all 3 of them have crabs.
Then they have crabs, right?
Yeah.
And so this is the kind of movie we're talking about. All the while, Rick is dating and whatever Karen, and the movie turns at that moment where she gets pregnant, and then it turns into an abortion thing.
Yeah, and so now it's a teen drama.
And then it turns like, oh, hey, please come to my birthday party tonight. It's like the next day after her abortion, she has a birthday party.
Yeah.
He runs out and like sells all of his shit to get a necklace for her, if you remember.
Right. It has it engraved.
Yeah. And he shows up, Joe. Now, I'm going to let you have the honor of telling everyone how this movie ends. He shows up to the birthday party after having sold basically all his possessions to get this abortion for her, professes his love. Right. She kind of lukewarmly reciprocates out of pressure.
Ish. Yeah.
And then what happens, Joe?
He shows up at the party, walks through the house trying to find her, and finds her making out again with Rick.
Very happy making out with him.
And then they both turn and see him and just kind of give him like a meh. What are you gonna do? Look, and then he runs off crying
and the credits roll over him driving away crying.
Right. Yeah.
And it's like, oh shit, because like everything is kind of leading you to believe that now that Gary and Karen are now a thing. And like this is going to be that triumphant moment in the film when like he gives her the necklace and she fawns over him and roll credits, happy ending for him. But no, they just stab him in the heart. I think he deserves it.
Oh, he fucking, of course, he absolutely deserved it. I was like, good.
But I did not see it coming, dude. It is one of those endings that is so brutal. It's so fucking brutal. This movie is the only claim to fame this movie has is that shitty ending.
Right.
And so after watching this, I hated the film. Would you agree that it's like?
Oh, I hate this movie. Yes.
But I kind of thought, like, who would write this like this? With, like, sexcapades, crazy drama to end it.
Yeah.
And I thought maybe a super conservative person who wants to lure teens into thinking, look, sex is fun. Sex is fun. Right. And then, bang, crabs, teen pregnancy, abortion, heartbreak.
Heartache.
To end the movie. Yeah. And like, so then you're like, oh, maybe I don't want to have teenage sex after all, after you watch this thing that's supposed to be this fun romp, and it's a total piece of garbage. Anyway. Side note.
Yeah.
Suave Rick actor Steve Anton was openly gay and dating David Geffen at the time of shooting this.
Well, all right.
Just, I read that and I was like...
He looks like he's about 15, so...
weird,
you?
Right? Yeah. All right.
David Geffen, come on, dude.
Do you have anything that you'd like to... This was, by the way, this movie was a remake of a 1978 Israeli film named Lemon Popsicle. Again, directed by Boaz Davidson.
Yeah. So who remade his own movie.
Remade his own movie and decided to hip it up a little bit, make it super 80s was his idea, I guess.
Let me. So I had this written down for under bonus alerts, but I'll leave the point for bonus alert. But I'm gonna go ahead and talk about this right now.
Go ahead.
I was scrolling through the credits for this, and I was like, Yoram Globus, because he's the producer of this.
Okay.
I'm like, I've seen that recently. He's the same guy that produced Breakin' 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Oh shit!
Right?
It's a Canon Films joint.
Canon, right? So Yoram Globus founded Canon Group with his partner Menachem Golan, right?
Oh shit!
And they after they started that they signed Chuck Norris and Charles Bronson to long-term film deals.
Oh my god!
They discovered Jean-Claude Van Damme and Michael Dudikoff.
Wow!
And they produced with those guys. They produced the Missing in Action movies, the Death Wish movies, Bloodsport, American Ninja. They went on to produce Breakin' 2 Electric Boogaloo, Over the Top, and Superman 4: Quest for Peace.
Is that the worst Superman movie?
It is the absolute worst Superman. It's like Superman with a budget about the same as this movie that we just watched.
Oh, wow.
And just famously...
Was that still Christopher Reeve, though?
It was still Christopher Reeve, but Christopher Reeve was asked, they brought him in to kind of help with the story, and he had this idea for an anti-nuclear movie, and it just went completely fucking wrong.
But it sounds like garbage.
I you know what? I have never seen it.
Oh wow.
And I'm a huge Superman nerd.
Wow, dude. The fact that this is from the same group that produced all those films really says a lot.
It makes a lot of sense to me because there's a feeling to this that I got when I saw Breakin' 2 Electric Boogaloo, and that feeling is these guys care nothing about this. They're just churning out product.
And
it's like, sex comedy, dance movie, it makes no sense. It doesn't matter if it makes sense.
Second dance movie 6 months later.
Yeah,
insane.
Yeah. Oh shit!
All right, are you ready for the pillars, my friend?
I'm all set for the pillars, dude.
There was just the dick measuring scene. We never came back to it.
Jesus God.
What world does someone think that guys will stimulate themselves to full erection to then be measured by the fat kid?
Yeah. I mean,
an entire class, and no one objects to it. No one's like, nah, that's a little bit outside the spectrum of my sexuality to have you fondle my erect penis.
Plus, just think about this, right? Just logistically.
Yeah.
That was at the end of gym class, right? And so then there's like another 20 minutes of them doing this dick measuring contest. Class. It's like,
they should be in their next class.
I mean, you're not late for your next class. No one's going to come in and like say, "Hey, where are you?" Oh, you're all measuring each other's dicks.
Imagine at Western Reserve High School.
Oh, jeez.
We played fucking dodgeball. And we come in.
Or buck.
And let's say, and you're a freshman, I'm a sophomore. Think of some like class of 86 asshole seniors, Yeah. And we're like, hey, you look like you got a tiny dick. You want to put your money where your mouth is? Let's all measure. Let's whip them out. Can you imagine? We would never have been able to show our faces in the town again.
No.
We wouldn't have survived to take showers, to go to class. We would have gotten the shit beaten out of us. Homophobia and whatnot. And also, I definitely would not have participated in this. Even though I would probably win, Joe, and you know that's true. No.
This was just the least realistic scene in any movie that we've seen, and we saw Xanadu.
Yeah. Xanadu, guys, like a muse coming out of a fucking mural is more realistic than 30-some high school guys agreeing to measure each other's dicks.
That's right. I would buy a muse starting a roller disco before I bought this.
Totally.
All right.
Now to the pillars, Joe. We've got cast.
The pillars.
Fire up the Red Dawn cast for me, brother.
Here we go. So we have Patrick Swayze.
Boom.
Charlie Sheen. C. Thomas Howell.
Yes.
Lea Thompson.
Oh.
Jennifer Grey. And that means it's Darren Dalton, Brad Savage, Doug Toby. Yeah, okay. Powers Booth.
Yes.
Harry Dean Stanton.
Fuck, man. Kind of a low-key 80s icon. Kind of.
Oh, fuck yeah, he was.
Yeah.
And then finally, Pepe Cerna as Aardvark's father.
Yes. I was wondering who you were going to pick. I was going to pick...
Aardvark's father, man.
Aardvark's father. I was going to pick Ron O'Neill, Cuban general, but I'll mention him more later. I have a special moment of his to share later. All right.
Yeah.
That is 5 powerhouse names of the 80s.
Yeah.
Patrick Swayze is in a bunch of films. Outsiders, this,
Dirty Dancing.
Dirty Dancing, duh. Roadhouse is right in 89.
Right.
C. Thomas Howell, we already knew him a little from E.T., right?
Yep.
He's
The Outsiders.
Outsiders. The Hitcher might be in 89. I'm not sure.
I mean, Soul Man was in the 80s, right?
Yeah. This, obviously.
Ooh.
Charlie Sheen, we know from several things. Major League, even. I think, again.
Young Guns, I think, might have been in the first Young Guns in the 90s.
The first
80s,
installment,
rather. Yeah. Lea Thompson, Back to the Future.
Jesus.
Hello.
Yeah. Hi, Howard the Duck.
Yeah. Oh, God. Jennifer Grey, Dirty Dancing, but also Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Yeah.
I mean, Jesus.
This is a power. And then Harry Dean Stanton.
Yeah.
Pretty in Pink.
Repo Men. Fuck yeah.
This. Probably something I'm forgetting.
Lots of other movies. The man worked.
He worked. And Powers Booth, I remember for a lot of things, but I don't know how many of them are from the 80s, but I liked him. I think he's
he worked a lot in the 80s. I couldn't off the top of my head name
a
Powers
villain
Booth
in
project,
an action movie.
A
Van Damme action movie, I think, but I think that might be early 90s. Anyway, I think he's in Tombstone. Anyway, maybe not. I'm trying to remember. But regardless, with or without Powers Booth, this is a powerhouse cast. Joe, what did you rank this cast?
I mean, all right, so this is as close to I come to a Superstar 80s cast without there's not a lot of Brat Packers in it.
Right.
But it's got some. This cast has some cred.
Agreed.
So I gave this a 9.
I also stopped one shy of 10. It needed to have a St. Elmo's Fire alum or a Breakfast Club alum for me to give it a 10.
There you go.
It fell just short of that. It has the brother of a Breakfast Clubber
That's it.
So not quite, because Emilio would have put it over the top if he were in it.
Right.
So I gave it a 9 also. And
okay. All right.
I'd like to see somebody argue something lower than a 7. I'd love to hear that. Somebody argue.
I don't see how you do that.
Because I was waffling 8, 9. Us talking about it more right now, I went 9. So
absolutely.
Now, the cast of The Last American Virgin is Lawrence Moneson.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to save one for the end here. Steve Anton as Rick.
Yeah.
Joe Rubbo, I'm going to say.
There's 2
Rubbo?
B's. Was it Rubbo?
Could be Rubbo. Rubbo as David.
Yeah.
And then Kimmy Robertson as the best friend of Karen. I recognized her from something.
Yeah. So Kimmy Robertson starred on Twin Peaks as the receptionist at the police department who had a crush on the very shy cop.
And
that was like her big breakout part.
She had a crush on Gary in this, and Gary completely rebuffed her. And I thought, you're an idiot. Kimmy Robertson's cute. I thought,
she was adorable in this, man.
Yeah. And then the only name that I knew really from anything else, Kimmy Robertson, I recognized. I didn't realize she was a Twin Peaks alum.
There you go.
But Diane Franklin as Karen is, you know her from Better Off Dead. You might know her as one of the princesses in Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
There you go.
And she's in the sequel to Amityville 2. So she has a little bit. She has a little bit of 80s cred. But Joe, if I say Diane Franklin to the average Gen Xer,
Better Off Dead.
They might remember her from Better Off Dead. Maybe if I showed them a picture of her. I don't know if she has the name recognition.
No.
Joe, I gave this cast a 1.
So I'm going to throw out a couple names that you didn't. First off,
please.
You left out the key actor Sylvia Lawler as assistant druggist.
Thank you for reminding me. Sylvia,
go for
you're
the crab
still alive.
medication,
No
yeah.
offense intended.
And then actually, someone who for me is more of a key character. Winifred Freeman played Millie. And so in the toward the beginning of the film, they pick up the three girls and go back to Gary's place. And Millie is there's three girls. Two of them are conventionally attractive. One of them is conventionally unattractive.
Yes. Okay.
Which is hey, guess who he's gonna get set up with?
Right. That's the big joke.
And there was
the
actually
gag.
a pretty decent bit of physical comedy at when he's got her shirt off and he's got like it's like he has her in a headlock.
Yeah, he can't
and
get
he's
the
trying to get her
bra
bra off
unhooked, and she's still like remaining completely non-committal to all of it.
Just
like, I don't care.
Eating a bag of chips.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
But I was like, I know that actress. And then it hit me. She was featured in The Naked Gun.
Oh,
From
shit.
the Files of Police Squad. There's a scene where Frank Drebin commandeers a vehicle, and it has a driving class going on in it. And the driving instructor then navigates his driving student through a car chase. Wow. And there's one moment where he has them stop. They're stopped, and he has her roll down the window and give this guy the middle finger. And that's the actress that did that.
Wow.
Winifred Freeman.
That's a deep cut.
There you go.
That is a deep cut. I'm still going to stick with a 1.
Oh, no, I give it a 1, too.
Diane
Absolutely.
Franklin saved it from a 0.0. But we'll see.
I think Winifred Freeman and Kimmy Robertson probably did that for me.
That's fair.
But no more than a 1.
No more than a 1. All right. Now, Joe, soundtrack.
So the soundtrack album for Red Dawn is just the score by Basil Polidorus.
And that music does not exist on the Spotify, in the Spotify world.
Yeah.
And I guess I could have gone to find it and tried to record it, but assume that it's like military sounding music for the most part.
Yeah. There are no pop tunes in this. None.
Nothing at all. And this is the same guy. As you mentioned, the director directed Conan the Barbarian. This guy scored Conan the Barbarian and RoboCop.
Cool. Yeah.
So, and I don't have any specific complaints about the soundtrack, about the score, I should say.
Again, Siskel said it was subtle.
Yeah. I toyed with giving it a 0 because the guy scored this, Conan and RoboCop. I gave it a 1.
I gave it a fucking 0.
Oh, thank goodness.
0.0.
There you go. Right. Like it deserved. All right. So you'd think, well, Last American Virgin. That's
low budget.
Super low budget. Super shitty. Terrible fucking movie, Joe.
Yeah.
Let's go through the soundtrack. Let's alternate. I don't have the audio for the first one, but if you read the first track that's in there.
Sure. The first track is by Tommy Two-Tone, which is called Teen Angel Eyes. It didn't hit the Hot 100 charts, so, minor pop tune.
But it's still like a group we'd heard of, which surprised
That's right.
me.
Yeah. Tommy Two-Tone.
And then the second song, you might fucking recognize. Joe, it's da-da-da-da by the fucking Police.
Right?
Like, what are we talking about here? That's a huge song. That song went to number 10 in 1980.
Yeah.
And so I think everybody from the 80s should know this song, right? But here's the hook. All right, so that's then. What else, Joe?
So the next song up is a Devo track, and Devo we know. Now, this is not one that hit the Hot 100, but it's called "The Girl You Want."
Yes, and like Devo, I'll jump ahead here.
She's just the girl you want.
So not a huge hit, but it's Devo.
But it's fucking awesome. It's Devo,
and we're like, what the fuck is happening, Joe? And then they pull into the soda shop or whatever, and And this is playing, and I'm like, and at the very beginning of this, I watched with Marsha and with our friend Jenny, and they're like, is that the Cars? And Since You're Gone, a top, about a number 40 hit in 1982, and a massive Rock and Roll Hall of Fame headed act that was huge. And I had several of their albums back then. And this song is in this shitty movie?
That's right.
All right. And I'm like, at this point, I'm completely flummoxed. What is happening? And then the next song comes up, which I don't have, but what is it?
The next song is Better Luck Next Time by Oingo Boingo. I mean, Oingo Boingo, huge 80s band.
Yeah.
This one was not in the Hot 100, but Oingo Boingo when you hear it.
Right, for sure. Danny Elfman is that sound, right? And
fuck yeah.
Then I'm watching this movie, and dude, 2 weeks in a row, we have a movie with...
Are you ready for the sex, girl?
The Gleaming Spires return!
They got the fuck around, man.
Now, this movie is actually the movie that broke this song, and then Revenge of the Nerds used it. Again, we heard him in reverse.
Got it.
But yeah, Are You Ready for the Sex Girls by Gleaming Spires?
Yeah.
Are you ready for the pony?
Anyway, so that song sucks, but it's very 80s, and it's also a massive track in Revenge of the Nerds a couple years later.
Yeah.
So
then we have a song that I actually like by a band I actually like.
I love this.
And a band that I first heard on Square Pegs.
Right.
It's the Waitresses, an Ohio band, man.
And we featured these guys in our Christmas episode.
We did, because that's what I have one of the all-time classic Christmas songs.
We both love that song, yeah.
Absolutely.
And so the Waitresses, this was a minor number 62 hit, but I knew this song.
Oh yeah.
I feel this was outperformed its. But anyway, but then next, now this song is from the 1970s, granted,
right?
But it's by a group that's insane. It's Blondie, Joe.
It is, goddammit.
A group that would dominate the early 1980s and late 70s.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how the fuck did they get a Blondie song on here? And this disbelief continues with what song?
It continues with U2 with I Will Follow.
And it's like, what is going on? Every time a scene would change, I would hear another song that I couldn't believe was on here. This was the number 20 hit.
Yeah.
From 1980. And then it was re-released in 83 and actually peaked at number 20 then, I should say. But it's a massive, U2 is a massive band of the 80s. And then this Commodores song. See if you remember this one. So this is the Commodores Oh No from 1981. This was the number 4 hit in the United States. And this is a fucking massive band. That's Lionel Richie singing.
It is, yeah. And then, dude, they topped it.
They topped that.
Because it's fucking Open Arms by Journey.
Like, what is happening here?
Jesus fuck.
I mean, because this guy, Gary, he's nothing like you, Joe, but he has one thing in common with you. He likes to wallow. And this is a great wallowing song, right?
I'm sorry, but like any Journey song is perfect for this guy who is like whipping himself.
Yeah.
About being rejected by this girl.
That's it.
Yeah.
And so this isn't an 80s hit, but it's a big song, and it's a song that's still played to this day at weddings and all kind of stuff. This is That's the Way I Like It by Casey and the Sunshine Band, a number 1 American hit, granted in the 70s, but big song. And then what happened, Joe?
Then we have the fucking Human League, man.
Yeah.
With not like their big hit, but it's called Love Action, I Believe in Love.
Right, and this was not big in America, but this was a number 3 UK hit from them. And so here we go. What I found to be true. Lust's just a distraction. And so you're like, well, thank goodness this soundtrack is over. But no,
it's not.
This little ditty by a little band called the Plimsolls, called 0 Hour, wasn't a big hit, but I had heard this song before, Joe, and I kind of liked it. Did you know this song?
I do not, but I do like it.
You know, it's got, like a lot of these songs, not all of them that I just played, but a lot of these songs are kind of in that cutting edge of the new wave.
Right.
And then it does come back to a song you've heard of, doesn't it, Joe?
It does, because, you know, earlier we played a Cars song that wasn't like their biggest hit, was when it only reached 41, but then we have fucking Shake It Up, which reached number 4.
Right? A fucking number 4 hit by the Cars, one of the biggest bands in America at the time, is on this.
Yeah.
And then you heard earlier one of their less famous songs, but in the iconic scene of the dick measuring, you might have noticed, right? It's Whip It! It's fucking Devo! From 1980, a number 14 hit in America. Joe, I honestly was absolutely, my mouth was wide open. I'm like, what is happening? They had no money.
Yeah.
And then it wasn't
where
over,
all their
Joe.
money went, man.
What's that?
This had to have been where all their money went.
Had to be. And then this happened.
Yeah, fucking REO Speedwagon's big hit, Keep On Loving You. What the fuck?
That's a number 1 song in America.
Yeah.
I mean, all right, so we're finally done with the soundtrack. Oh, wait. No, we're not. We have a ballad that's played all the way through twice
repeatedly
in this movie, Joe. Like, not just a clip like the other ones.
Yeah, whole fucking thing.
It's Quincy Jones featuring James Ingram, both men who would go on to be integral in the We Are the World thing.
That's right.
Here's what this one sounds like. Number 17 hit, I don't remember if I said that, 1981. You know this song, right? Did you remember this song?
I do know this song, yeah.
Yeah. And so this is a big wallowing song, too.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't remember exactly. Is this what's playing when he drives away in tears at the end of the song, at the end of the movie?
This one?
Yeah. Do you remember?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't remember. All right, and so finally,
the last song on here is fucking 80s gold. It's Jackson Browne with Somebody's Baby.
Yeah, it double dipping, having been in Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Yeah.
It's also in this, and we kind of talked about this song once already, you know?
Yeah, I gotta say, it was deployed better in Fast Times.
Quite a bit better, yes. Okay, here we go. Here's the good part. So, great, incredible soundtrack. Joe, I'm going to count up the number of tracks we just played. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Fucking 19 tracks that you've either heard of or you very much know the artist from later on in the 80s, right? And Joe, I don't know what to do but to give it a fucking 10.
I gave it a 10. A 10. A fucking 10.
I mean, Jackson Brown, Somebody's Baby, that's a number 7 hit. I neglected to mention that.
Yeah.
Fuck, what else can you do?
Well, Keith,
yeah,
you have to give it a 10, which is what I did.
Yes, there you go. So we gave it a 10, a fucking 10.
Yeah.
I didn't see that coming, Joe. This is the biggest shock out of anything in any of the 34 movies we've now watched was this movie's soundtrack.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, imagine you're watching something shitty like Bride of Reanimator or fucking Breakin' 2 Electric Boogaloo. Not a single track on that movie was a song we had ever heard.
No, none.
I started to wonder if they did this illegally. But
I mean, again, it seems to me like because like they didn't spend their budget on actors.
They sure did.
You know, because these are a bunch of unknowns who. Yeah.
I'll tell you something coming up. Is this, well, let's talk about the sets and the wardrobe, aka art design. Right. And go ahead with Red Dawn.
I mean, Red Dawn, the hair and costumes look pretty 80s to me. There's so many people who wear like brown puffy coats, like light brown puffy coats. A lot of those. So that to me looked pretty 80s.
But they had some. It's like the woods.
Yeah. It's again. This is not neon. There's no Michael Jackson stuff here, but it looks realistically, early to mid 80s. They didn't have a lot of indoor sets, but they had some stores. There were some groceries in a couple key scenes that looked pretty 80s.
Agreed. I didn't find it to be super. It's period appropriate, but it wasn't in your face. I felt like it, because of all the outdoor stuff and all the military stuff on the other side.
Right.
I felt it was slightly below average 80s. I gave it a 4, but I'm willing to listen to your other arguments.
I mean, the coats that people wore took me right back. I gave it a 6. It's not like super intensely 80s.
Yeah.
But,
So, looking at The Last American Virgin sets, they were running around Los Angeles just shooting stuff, sometimes without permits. And there are, I read a thing that said like a lot of movies will have like 7 to 9 different sets, that they places that they shoot something. And this movie was like 29 different ones. Because they're just going from this apartment complex over to this weird, disheveled sex worker apartment, over to this school, over to this house for a party, the soda shop, the pizza place. Anyway, it's schizophrenic in terms of it's all over 80s LA though, which is interesting.
Right. Yeah.
Now here's a toy for you, bro. When you're talking about where'd the money go, and I'm gonna thank our listener and friend Alejandro for this. He pointed this one out to me, and that is this. There was no wardrobe on this movie. The clothes you see are owned by the actors.
Okay.
They just said, wear something that you would wear at your age.
That makes sense.
And that led to tons of continuity errors throughout the film. But no wardrobe budget. It had to all go to the music.
Right. Yeah. 100%.
But the wardrobe stuff the kids did wear was their own and authentically 80s stuff.
Yeah.
Especially
like in the early in the movie, Gary's wearing like a pushed up jacket, which, very Miami Vice from 1984 kind of. And yeah, I mean, again, this looked 80s, but it wasn't like, no neon.
It wasn't as 80s as Fast Times. It wasn't anywhere near Breakin' 2 Electric Boogaloo, but it was authentic enough for me to give it a 6. I went 6 with it, a little bit above average.
I gave this just an average. I gave this a 5.
Okay, so yeah. Now we come to quotability, Joe.
Right, yeah.
All right. on the ledger for Red Dawn, what's the most famous line in the movie, Joe?
Wolverines!
Wolverines!
And you know,
Yeah.
I thought one of the famous people said that, but I rewatched it, and it's one of those guys that you don't know who he is that yells it. And I was like, oh, that's too bad. I thought it was C.
So
Thomas Howell.
like a Darren Dalton or a Brad Savage.
I think it was Brad Savage.
Okay.
Darren Dalton was the tall one, right? Who was the asshole?
I have no idea.
I think Darren Dalton is like the politician's kid.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, it's the shorter.
I did not care enough about these people to find out who was who.
That's fair. When this one of the Air Force pilots ejects in a dogfight and lands near our Wolverines, and that's the Powers Booth character we referenced.
Powers Booth.
He sees these kids, and he's kind of horrified what they've become. And he sees C. Thomas Howell just notching off kills on the stock of his rifle, and this exchange comes up.
All that hate's gonna burn you up, kid.
Keeps me warm.
It keeps me warm. The next one is your setup for your the concentration, not the prison camp scene.
Yeah,
where you have that big. You talked about the big speech.
The big. I was hard on you because I knew this was coming kind of speech. Yeah,
yeah. And then he does tell his kids he loves them, but he tells them never cry again.
Yeah.
Remember that? They're never allowed to cry again.
Right.
The total worst father of all time. Imagine yourself saying that to your two sons. Imagine saying that to your two sons. You can never cry again. Anyway.
I say that all the time, and they won't fucking listen.
They've walked away, right? The Wolverines have walked away, and their dad's still behind bars. And for some reason, this line has stuck with me all these years.
Boys! Avenge me! Avenge me!
I mean, at this point, he's not dead.
No.
Or even about to die.
He must know that he's going to.
I guess
that he's about to. But yeah, there you go.
I mean, wouldn't he be embarrassed if he was released a week later? He's like, oh, sorry about the avenge me thing.
And then I did used to quote. This is a two quotes for the price of one because they're back to back.
Okay,
it's like Charlie Sheen and Patrick Swayze are sending unknown kid number 2 and Lea Thompson off to escape. Right. And they resist. They're like, no, we've got to stick together. And Charlie Sheen says this.
Listen to me. We are all that's left. Somebody's got to live. Somebody's got to make it. Me and Jet were all used up.
So you get this somebody, and Charlie Sheen, I don't know if he was high yet at that age, but he fumbles all of his lines here.
We are all that's left.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to live. Somebody's got to make it.
And at least it sounds like he's saying them off the cuff, maybe. But anyway, somebody's got to make it is the one quote I remember, and the one I used to say is like whoever I would say it to, like me and Dan, we're all used up. Like if we've been outside mowing lawns all day or something, we're all used up.
Right.
Yeah. So now, Joe, we've come to my favorite quote of the entire movie, and that is handed out by Ron O'Neal, the Cuban general, in the most hammy nonverbal acting in cinematic history. The situation, you may remember from the end of the movie.
Yeah.
The situation is, right, the brothers have gone and created this havoc, right?
Right. They've gone into town and they've shot up a bunch of soldiers. They hop aboard a train to try and sneak off, but they are shot.
Yep.
They fall off the train and they're both bleeding. Patrick Swayze is carrying Charlie Sheen away, and they encounter I don't know, is it Generalissimo or
right,
something.
And he pulls his weapon out. He's got an automatic rifle, like the AK-47, and he trains it on him, and he sees that they're all used up, right?
That's right.
And that they're pretty much going to die.
Yeah.
Their eyes are hollow. They're covered in blood. And he sees the toll that this war has taken on everyone.
Yeah.
And this, I make Marcia rewatch this. And then I do this to her all the time. Where you put your hand out as though almost like you're going to shake someone's hand, but you don't. You put it out in front of you. And then you slowly swipe it backwards. As though you're opening a gate. Like he lets them go instead of killing them.
Right.
But he doesn't say anything.
No.
He sweeps the hand. Right? And then he does say via con Dios.
Yeah.
And then he looks at his rifle, discards it in disgust.
Yeah.
And do you remember what he does next?
Does he tap dance here?
He looks at the figurative blood on his hands and is horrified. And here's the audio of that, Joe. Oh shit, they're all used up. Hand sweep. They look back at him, kind of a head nod, and they walk away. He says,
Vayan con Dios.
And then he throws his rifle down later and almost in this, what have I done? Now that right there, Joe.
That's acting.
That's some great fucking nonverbal acting. I've played that scene out for Marcia at least a dozen times.
Oh, Marcia, I'm so sorry.
Marcia, thanks for putting up with me, and it had to be mentioned. All right, Joe.
I gotta say, one thing I have to give props to this movie is there's a lot of Russian and Spanish spoken in this, and they don't translate any of it or have subtitles.
They let you kind of figure it out. Yeah, they figure out with the context what's going on, right?
Right.
Or if you know Spanish, like Alejandro, and like we know 2 or 3 of the words they're saying, then you can tell what they're talking about.
Right.
What did you give this on quotability, Joe?
Well, here's the thing: is for me, I only know one line from this, and that's Wolverines. I gave it a 2 because to me, that's what it was.
So this could be a function of me seeing this a bunch.
I think it is.
Somebody's got to make it. Avenge me. That hate's going to burn you up. Haha, it keeps me warm. Wolverines, me and Jed were all used up. The silent gesture. I gave it a 5. I gave this a 5. Probably unearned, but I'm sticking
I
with
thought
it.
you were heading to 10 there, man. I really did.
It's not a 10. I'm aware of that. These are not iconic quotes, except Wolverine. Wolverines is iconic.
Wolverines is an iconic quote. Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, Joe, that brings us to the quotability of The Last American Virgin. And I'll be honest, we had a discussion where I couldn't remember a line from the movie. And you sent me a little something, and you said, just pull this one line. And I said, no, fuck it, Joe.
Right.
I'm pulling the whole clip. Because I wanted another chance to show how bad the acting is in this. But the quote you wanted to say was, I don't care, correct?
I really don't care.
You really don't care. And here it is.
Yeah. And
Would you like to dance?
I really don't care.
Well, you don't care yes or you don't care no.
Doesn't make any difference.
You're getting all 30 seconds of this, guys.
So, what do you say, we dance?
I don't care.
And he still tries to have sex with this woman.
What do you think about the song?
I really don't care.
There it is.
What do you care about?
Listen, don't start that small talk with me. It's not going to help you anyway. You're not going to get anything from me.
Listen, I
really don't care.
There you go.
That was the great Winifred Freeman.
That was her, and that's
as Millie.
That is, I guess, kind of a memorable scene. I don't know if I would call it quotable, And I didn't call it quotable.
0.0.
I gave this a 0, Joe.
All right. I gave this a 1 just for Winifred Freeman.
That's fair.
And it's the fact that she repeats it so many times in her little sequence.
So
and
many times, yeah.
Yeah. And I actually found her very amusing.
She wasn't bad considering the talent that was around her. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Joe. We're down to cultural relevance. And the thing we mentioned earlier, this is the first film with a PG-13 rating.
Oh, that's true.
It launched the careers of Swayze, Sheen, Thompson, Gray, Howell.
Right.
None of them were really huge stars yet. We knew them a little bit, right?
Right.
And several of them would make big films that same year and the next year and kind of explode into 80s megastars. Wolverines was in the cultural vocabulary if you were alive back then. And this was remade in 2012. And finally, my last point was it did address our Cold War threat that we've talked about ever since season 1.
That's true.
What are any other points of cultural relevance that you have to offer there?
I mean, you know, you make some really good points, and I had the reboot down, but you make you brought up some other stuff that has me reconsidering my score.
I put this not in the red zone, but right at the top of the yellow zone at a 7 of cultural relevance.
I had given it a 6, but then you pointed out the PG-13 thing, so I'm bumping up mine to a 7 as well.
Okay, all right. Well, all that's left, Joe, is the cultural relevance of The Last American Virgin. Do you have anything to mention there?
I mean, it is representative of 80s teen sex comedies.
Yeah.
So it's one of those. That's pretty much it. Oh, and but you know what? Sorry, no. I guess the fact that it was part of the Canon group.
The Canon group gets it another point.
Yeah.
It has a cult following built almost entirely on that fucked up ending.
Yeah,
like how the movie turns on a dime for the last 15, 20 minutes.
Right.
And has that sad, pathetic ending, which Gary
really
earned because he's pathetic.
Oh, fuck yeah. He's a creep.
Yeah. But still, I gave this a 3.
Yeah, I did
had
too.
given it more for introducing. You gave it a 3 also?
I did, yeah.
Yeah. I had given it points for introducing new wave acts, but then I realized, well, I already gave it points for that in soundtrack. So,
Right.
All right, Joe. Time to hand out bonuses, if you have any.
I mean, I gave Last American Virgin a bonus point for Yoram Globus.
Nice.
80s legend. And that's only the bonus point I handed out. How about you?
I gave Last American Virgin a bonus point for being one of the few 80s films to directly address abortion.
Okay.
I gave Red Dawn. This is where I gave the Red Dawn +3 for the thematic Cold War fears. I gave it a
you know
big
what?
plus.
In retrospect, I'm gonna throw another 2 points on there for that.
And believe it or not, just for fun, I gave Red Dawn a +1 for Patrick Swayze's squirrel/chipmunk call. All right. Finally, if you had to remake one of these films today, is there one that you think would be the most? Which one do you think would be most different?
I mean, that's a toss-up for me, man.
Yeah.
I think they'd both be very different. First off, you're not gonna have the same Red Scare kind of feelings that we had for that led to Red Dawn, and then the behaviors in Last American Virgin are unacceptable today.
Many things in that movie are totally unacceptable at any time.
I mean, I gotta say, like dick measuring contest that pops up in movies all the time.
All the time, man.
Alvin and the Chipmunks, the Squeakquel. I remember the dick measuring contest in that.
Oh my god! All right. So you're kind of calling it a push on the booth.
I'm calling it a push, yeah.
All right, Joe, it's time to render a verdict. Here we go.
Wait a minute, you can't get away with this. Oh, no, I'm afraid I can. You see, only the president of the Greek Council can call a vote. That's completely unfair. This is bullshit. Meeting adjourned.
All right, I've got Red Dawn's a number 1 seed. It's odd and the favorite. That means I will get the first word. I've got Red Dawn at despite its 1 for soundtrack, I have it at a blistering 30 points. Last American Virgin is sitting at around 21, which isn't terrible.
No. But half of that soundtrack.
Half of its soundtrack, and it just wasn't a culturally... We didn't sit around talking about it with my friends. I did talk about Red Dawn with friends. I got to go, not surprisingly, in a 116. I'm going with Red Dawn today, Joe.
Okay. My score was a lot closer before I rejiggered some stuff during our conversation. But after doing that, Red Dawn has taken a 5-point lead. I got 26 for Red Dawn, 21 for Last American Virgin. So I'm going also with Red Dawn.
All right, there you go. So it's a 2-0. And yeah, granted, this is expected with a 16 versus a 1. But
Absolutely.
Occasionally you get these big upsets. We'll see. This has some 80s clout to it, but being unknown, I just don't think it's going to go the distance. But
I concur.
We'll see. But that's going to be all the time we have for this week. Next time on the 80s This, Joe, it's episode 19 in the Red Dawn region. We're going with 8 seed, the Dark Crystal, against 9 seed, Fame. And I can tell you for sure, I have not seen either of these films.
Oh, boy.
In a very long time. I think I saw Fame. I don't think I've seen Dark Crystal. We'll get...
I don't think I have either.
Yeah, so this will be fun, I guess.
Yeah. Maybe.
God, I hope Dark Crystal is okay.
Me too. Anyway, At the end of each show, we've been playing a quote from the 80s movie. First one to go to the comments and identify the movie wins. So last week, we played this quote.
I wonder why somebody hasn't taken a rifle and blown your head off.
Well, even the most primitive society has an innate respect for the insane.
Okay. And you gave a big hint. You said that it was related to another movie that is in the countdown.
Right.
And our listener, Jenny, nailed this one.
Absolutely.
It's from Rumblefish.
Right, which is related to The Outsiders, which is in the countdown. In fact, I think it's a sequel to Outsiders. Both S.E. Hinton books, at least if they're not sequels to each other. Jenny, trivia, bit of toyed about Jenny and her sister Toy. They're identical twins. We know they just had their birthday because we did a Colliding Worlds for her. She and her sister watched The Outsiders 14 times on their 14th birthday with a few friends. Wow. I think we might have to have Jenny on the show when we get to The Outsiders.
Oh, hell yeah.
Obviously. But anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, great job. Jenny gets another point. She's right up there in the leaderboard. So
congratulations. And hey, if you want to start earning those points, or just to vote for your favorite movie, or just to leave comments, you got to sign up with us at our Substack. It's the 80zest.substack.com. Free now and forever.
Absolutely. Now, Joe, you gave me tonight's movie quote, and you've been on kind of a losing streak in terms of people not knowing what the fuck your quotes are. But if people don't know this quote, I will be severely surprised by that. If somebody doesn't get it, so
I really hope they do. I hope they know this one.
Me too. Hey, Joe, thanks for doing this on a Friday night. Really appreciate it.
Of course. Always happy. Always happy to talk.
And anyway, that is all for today's show. In Cleveland, this is Keith Marsteller. Until we meet again, be excellent to each other.
And in Seattle, this is Joe Walk. Thanks for listening. Tune in again next week because we'll be back.
Hey, what's all the racket?
What are you doing here?
A very brief cameo.
Me too.